Sometimes I wonder if the life I currently have is some dream. Considering all the terrifying things I've been through, it wouldn't be a stretch to just worry about waking up someday and realizing that it was all some fantasy my mind made up. But every morning, I wake up and I have a very obvious piece of evidence, fast asleep right next to me, reminding me that it wasn't all just a dream. It was my new reality. Moving into Louis's home village after everything was so comforting. The air, the laughter of kids playing outside, and the trees shading the village from the sun, it all gave me this level of calm that I've never experienced before. At first, we lived with his grandparents, the first people who convinced me that kind grandparents even existed. They accepted me with open arms, even when they found out about, well...
Aurora, are the carrots almost... Oh my, Aurora, your arm!
Huh?
Are those recent?
Not exactly.
How long ago?
2 years? Maybe 3? I can barely remember.
What happened, dear? Do they still hurt? Shh. It's all right. No matter what happened to you before, you're safe.
It took some time, but I told them everything. How my grandparents treated me, the words that were said to me, and how I got away. But the whole time, they didn't judge me. They didn't treat me any differently. They just listened until I managed to get every detail out.
Those monsters! How could they do that to a child?
From my understanding, they hated elves. Hated how my mother ran away with one. I was the only one left that they could...
Alright, that's it. Abby, do you remember where my axe is?
What are you?
I just need to pay them a visit.
Please don't!
Those grandparents need to understand what they did to you. And Grandpappy's still young enough to teach him a lesson.
Please don't do this. I don't want them to hurt any of you. I can't bear to lose anyone anymore. Just please, don't do it.
If you say so, Missy. You should know, you're our family now. Not letting any granddaughter of mine get hurt by some people who foolishly refer to themselves as your grandparents.
I don't want them near me or anyone in my life. I don't want them to even get a clue where I could be. I don't want to see them or for them to even get close to touching me. I just want to move on and live my life.
If that's what you want, then we'll stay away from it. But please, let me know if they cause any more problems for you now.
I had mixed emotions. Some part of me wanted Grandpappy to slam down their door and show them how wrong they were in the way they raised me. But the other part of me was terrified. I didn't want the worst to happen and to lose the person I called my grandfather. I didn't want them to trace him back to our village and find me or my new family. I didn't want any of the tragedies I went through to repeat themselves. I wanted to get to a point where I didn't constantly worry about them suddenly showing up. I just wanted to live a peaceful and happy life with the one I cared for the most. Thankfully, this wish was respected. Day by day, I slowly adapted to life in the village. I learned about all the important places alongside some of Louis's favorite places. There were some tough times at first. I didn't know Gnomish, so I couldn't exactly understand a lot or even communicate myself. Huh?
Oye, juega con nosotros, porfa.
They just said they wanted you to play with them.
How do I say yes?
It's C.
See! Louis often had to act as my translator, since my magic could only carry me so far. I could use my spells to understand what was being spoken to me, but I couldn't use them to reply back. So I eventually started studying Gnomish. I wanted to be able to live in the village without having to use my magic constantly. But more importantly, I wanted to be able to hold a conversation with Louis. He always talks so effortlessly in it. I wanted to be able to give the same back to him. Speaking of him, eventually we moved into our own home. Something I wasn't expecting so soon, but we decided that for the sake of Louis's work, it would probably be better to have a separate house rather than have some unpleasant smells fuming up in his grandparents' home. Alright, that should be the last box. I feel like you had more things than I did.
Well, to be fair, you only had what you could fit in your backpack. Grandpappy and Grandmommy pretty much kept all my stuff in boxes. Ah, here it is.
Huh? What are you doing to our bed?
Well, I thought it'd be kinda cool to put a canopy over it. Oh, could you hold it so I could nail it in place, please?
Not gonna lie, the canopy is gonna make it look like a princess bed. You're alright sleeping in that?
I don't see any issues with it. I'm sleeping with my princess, after all.
Living with him was so comforting. It was really different compared to simply rooming together in Hin's. It was so peaceful with him. I felt like I didn't have to be afraid of getting hurt again. I could be myself around him. I could freely speak my mind with him. Even if my telepathy did that for me sometimes. There was one thing that never changed, however. The nightmares.
Did you really think that you would ever truly be free of me? Did you think that just a little bit of magic on this forest would be enough to obscure you from me? Did you think I wouldn't be able to find you here, Aurora? No. I am far beyond that. You should know by now that I'm beyond mortal comprehension. I'm not some mortal to be playing around with. If you wanted to be rid of me, you needed to make sure. You should have crawled down into the depths of the abyss and sent my soul into the beyond by turning it to dust. Until the time that you can do that, though, you'll never be rid of me. I won't stop until I've snuffed out every life close to you, until my blade has run through the throats of everyone you love as they gasp out your name as their final words. I hope you understand, Aurora. Time might heal all wounds, as they say. But when you are dealing with someone outside of time's embrace, I hope that you're ready for a wound that will never truly be able to heal.
Princess?
Why do they say
Hey, are we alright?
Stop, Tim!
Please my hand if you're okay.
It's fine! Louis is fine! So fine!
I'm here for you. Aurora? Aurora, are you okay? Another nightmare, huh? This is the third one this month, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't get why they keep coming back. I don't need to be afraid anymore.
You think it's leftover trauma? You haven't exactly had a normal life up until a few months ago. I know it's tough moving past it. I haven't exactly been the best example of that either, but we're going to get through this together, right?
Right. As long as I have you by my side, I think I can get through it.
Alright, Princess. If you're sure. Well, I think someone needs to get back to sleep, so come on, get over here. Get over here for some cuddles.
I always found that falling asleep while listening to his heartbeat was the best medicine for those nightmares. No matter what tried to plague me in my sleep, I found that they could never take form when I could hear his steady beat, a constant reminder that he was still there by my side. Even in sleep, he was protecting me. There was also someone else who made it a strong point to be around to support me. My papa was always making time to visit the village as frequently as he could. Sometimes it was just simply to spend a few days or to help me improve my bard skills. But he always made it a point to make up for all that lost time. All the memories we could have had. He tried to fill in the gaps where he could.
It's a little late, but I may have gotten you something to celebrate your birthday properly.
Papa, you didn't have to get me anything.
No, please. I haven't been able to celebrate with you for even one of your birthdays for the past 18 years. It's something I felt guilty about for a long time.
Papa, hasn't it been 21 years? I made it worse, I'm sorry!
No, it's all right. The important thing is that we're together as family now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, open your present. I think you'll really like it. A bard always has their own uniform. That's the best way I can put it anyway. Something unique that an audience can recognize from a mile away. It's something that I would have done way sooner had I had the chance.
This is entirely my uniform?
I tried my best to design something you'd like. I had to keep it a surprise from you after all. Although that boyfriend of yours helped with a few concepts I was struggling with, then all that was left was to contact my friend. He just finished a few days ago, so if it needs any fixing, I can...
Thank you, Papa! Thank you!
No, thank you, Aurora, for being born. That sounded weirder than I thought it would.
It sounds better than the alternative, Papa.
Alright, go try it on. We gotta see if we need to fix anything with it. My little girl's already so grown up. You look like a true performer now. Almost like a princess.
Thank you, Papa. Having my Papa support my dream to become a singer was so empowering. Even though we spent so much of my life apart, when we performed together, it didn't feel like I wasn't raised by him. It felt like he had always been a part of my life since the start. His support made something like solo performances a possibility for me, especially when it came time for a special event.
Aurora, you've been buried in your notebook since we showed up. What are you...
Not yet! It's not ready!
What's not ready? What can't you show me yet?
It's your wedding present. I was writing you a Musa song.
That's very much like you. How far along are you in writing?
About the 95% mark? I just gotta work out some of the melodies and timing. Why?
I may have an interesting idea. Why don't you perform that at our wedding?
Wait, what?
And to be frank, we hadn't had much luck coming to an agreement with the first dance song. I'm sure Musa wouldn't mind if the song was entirely about me and him for that moment. Would you be alright with that?
I'll do my best! And sure enough, I was able to finish it just in time. I was able to tell the story of how they were enchanted by one another, all while their friends and family watched as they danced together. I had never seen a real wedding up until this point. The only real, quote-unquote, wedding I've attended was my own. A rushed city hall ceremony with barely any vows. So, seeing this, with all the romantic gestures and happiness flowing through the air, I couldn't help but feel hopeful for a day where I could have something like that. In the next wedding we attended, there was someone who clearly showed that they wanted me to have that.
Alright, Miss Edelina will now toss the bouquet. Remember, the one who catches the bouquet will be blessed with good fortune in their future relationships, or even a wedding of their own down the line. Edelina, when you're ready!
What's going on?
Oh wait, wasn't she supposed to throw it?
Huh?
I believe this belongs to you.
Lena, weren't you supposed to toss it?
It's my wedding. I can give this to whoever I want. You're my best friend. You deserve to have this. A kind heart deserves to have a bright future after all.
Lena, thank you.
Besides, that boyfriend of yours needs to take the hint. You've been waiting for long enough. It's time for you to walk down the aisle, like I did.
Lena had always been looking out for me. She's never turned a blind eye when I needed it most. The truth is, I've always wanted what my friends received over this past year. I wanted Louis to ask me to be his wife permanently. I wanted to have that fairy tale wedding and to be able to say my vows properly to him. But at the same time, I didn't want to pressure him. He was in a situation where he was forced into marrying me far earlier than both of us dreamed. I wanted to give him that option. The option to fully feel out our relationship before making that permanent decision. Before choosing to spend the rest of his life with me. Besides, we may have had more pressing issues we needed to deal with first. Right after we defeated Sinos, we met this person named Aizn, someone who confirmed Louis' prophecy with the god Roygiki, where he had to meet an elf named Hikari. This prophecy turned out to be stopping a full-scale war from taking over. Louis was needed because of a family recipe that had been passed down for many years. The recipe contained a poison that was strong enough to weaken a god, which was needed to stop a tyrannical emperor from taking over a whole city, and potentially more. Eventually, he was able to decrypt the recipe and made 2 full doses of it. We only had 2 shots to take care of the situation, where the stakes could have been dire. We were eventually drafted into a team responsible for stopping the war. It was the first time in a long time that we had adventured together. But that experience rivaled what we had just fought only a short year ago. Hung bodies of our army in a forest. And a warrior who caused many of us to go blind, deaf, and even be stunned for extended periods of time. It was all so scary. Eventually, we made our way to the main city where the fighting was taking place. Amidst running as fast as we could to the head base, seeing a dragon fly extremely fast through the sky, and an extra ally emerging from the ocean, we finally met Hikari. She was an interesting elf, one who didn't display much emotion, but seemed to enjoy making trouble for her older brother, even demanding us to do a war cry of our team name, much to her disappointment when we couldn't do it quite well. Yet, I could still feel it. A strong power emitting from within her. She even had a strong connection to Roygiki, to where she could communicate with him at will. An ally that was a force to be reckoned with. Together with her allies, the Stuffus Brigade, we raced to the top of the tower to stop the source of this war as quickly as possible. But the battle that laid inside that throne room was the most terrifying I've ever faced.
I've been seeking battle for millennia, waiting for a challenge to rise that I couldn't defeat. I conquered everything, the world over, death, and I find myself on the precipice of a glorious battle that I've waited for. If you truly think you have what it takes, then step forward and face the Shogun of these lands!
Alright. Oh, he's distracted. Louis!
Right!
Louis, don't give up now. We need you. I can still feel the effects now. The burning heat. The ice that can stop breathing. The pounding of the floor from a couple of our allies turning into colossal beings. It was all so disorienting. It was hours of fighting, magic, and trying to keep myself and our friends alive. But eventually, it was all over. We had survived. Prophecy had been fulfilled.
I thank you. You've managed to free me from the Shogun. Unfortunately, I was not able to defeat him because he possessed treasures passed down from ancient gods from eons ago. These treasures were to be bestowed upon champions that the gods favored. But unfortunately, they've fallen into the wrong hands till you managed to stop him. If you had not stepped in, I'm certain that his conquest would not have ended here, but would have spread far and wide to the entirety of this world. And for that, you have my thanks, not just for my people, but for the world at large.
Wait! Please, don't strain yourself.
I thank you. But right now, my people need to hear what has happened. They need to know that they are no longer under the rule of a tyrant. But peace shall return to this land. Please excuse me.
With peace restored throughout the land, we were preparing to say our goodbyes when something interesting happened. Hikari managed to cast a spell on her brother, which I could only suspect was legend lore. A spell that allowed her to see all his memories. Ones that I imagine were painful based on their reactions. As she cried, she begged for him to stay around longer, fearing that she would be alone. But he managed to comfort her through her tears. I didn't want to leave her thinking she would be alone. Hikari?
Yes?
I know that you want to make friends that don't explode, so, could a misfit be friends with you?
Vertus, I found a friend, and she's not exploding. A friend.
That's the first of many, I'm sure.
We're keeping her. She's a part of the Stuffus Brigade.
Huh?
I don't think that's how it...
Oh, don't bother. It's gospel unless she rejects it.
Cuddy, as much as I would like to stay, I can't. I have to return to my home. My home with Louie.
Oh.
I have to check on my grandparents and attend to some things in the village. Oh, I didn't exactly say it, but I'm Louie's girlfriend, so I follow Roygiki as well.
You do?
Yeah, I'm not like you and Louie though, since I've never heard his voice before.
Roygiki, talk to her!
It is good to finally be able to speak to you directly, rather than from word of mouth.
That feels a bit different, but it's nice to meet you. Thank you for taking care of Hikari and Louie.
They have my thanks as well, as without them, I would not be here.
I still want you in the Staffus Brigade, though.
Well, you can wish for her all you want, but she's mine. End of story.
Lou?
Oh, you're married. That must be nice. What's it like to be together with someone?
Well, it's like we do everything together. We hug each other, laugh together, share our happiness and our sadness, live together, all that jazz. In a way, we're family. And I mean that literally. I went through a blood contract for you. I would do it again.
Oh, I want that someday.
Hikari, you have your own family. It doesn't have to be by blood or by some legal contract that's given to you. Families are people who love you, who respect and see you for who you are. No one can dictate that.
You may not have realized it, but you've had a family all along. Just like how Louie and the Misfits have been there for me.
I see.
Are you alright, Hikari?
Don't worry, she'll be fine.
Suddenly, our contact arrived again, comforting Hikari about how every enemy always targeted her, and commenting on how he needed to get Virtus back home before his girlfriend mauled him. But something seemed oddly familiar. At first, I thought it was a fleeting feeling.
You cannot stay here. I have limited time. But if you want to live, then there's one thing I can tell you before I have to go. You need to run and find the lilies.
But then I knew. Aizn, this is gonna sound really weird, but why do I think I know you from a long time ago?
Let's keep that little bit of information to ourselves for the time being. Time is an extremely fickle thing, and I've only managed a few small feats. But you were one I was able to save.
You were the voice I heard.
Yes, that was me.
So this whole time, I only got out because of you.
Well, it still took guts to leave in the first place. I was just your push, but you did all the rest yourself, so be proud of that.
Thank you. After all this time, I found out who that voice was. The one who saved me. The one who gave me the life I now live. The reason why I found all my friends and found the love of my life. I can never repay him for what he's done for me. Eventually, we were all preparing to say our goodbyes when something happened I didn't expect.
Hey, Aurora, could you come over here real quick? Preferably alone?
What's up?
Shit. Are you okay? Aurora, are you okay?
Really? Well, I guess now you have to, Louie.
No, shit. Oh, shit. Not now. How could this happen to me?
Wait, is that...
No. Shh. Just get over here, okay? Edelina, listen to me. Don't fucking mess this up for me, okay? Don't fucking mess this up for me. Por amor a Dios, no me lo dañes, okay?
I'll do you one better.
Lou, you don't have to do this now. I can wait.
I promised myself that I would do this once this was all over. So, Aurora, you've been a light in my life that I haven't had for many years. I'm not the same person I was before I met you. It's because of that I want to ask, would you do me the honors and spend the rest of your life with me?
Sí, pero... And here I thought you weren't going to ask.
You don't think I'm that much of a coward, do you? Hey, come on. Not now.
Well, I mean, we were already married to begin with and just...
Alright. Sorry. Sorry that I made you worry, but I didn't want to do this just for me. I wanted to do this for you, too.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you, too.
I could feel my heart wanting to leap out of my chest. Turns out, he wanted to ask me this whole time. He just decided to wait until the battle was over, to make sure that he could promise to always be by my side. This is only the beginning. A new beginning to our next storybook. One where we live happily ever after. From the first time you held me in your arms, the whole world fell under a spell. The great adventures would connect our hearts, but secret love was sealed in the rain. Oh boy, come walk with me, and together we'll uncover every key that locked away the realm of dreams unbound, where our fantasy will be set free.